Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with today's day 4 of Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. And for today's lift, for today's inspiration pin, I have chosen this cute page from Pinterest. I do not know who the original author is. I did a screenshot of it and put it in a separate board, and I didn't go back to Pinterest to find that link, so I apologize. Maybe by the time I get this posted, I will look that up. What I liked about it was obviously the large photo and these kind of curtain-looking, curvy paper pieces that kind of speak to her, this beautiful little girl making her debut in kindergarten. And it was just a touching page, but there are lots of things I like about the design as well. The large photo with the title kind of right on the photo, and the journaling, the strips of journaling, and the touching journaling there. I also like kind of the triple framing of the photo. The photo is matted on the red plaid paper, and then there's this kind of rickrack lace that goes all around it, and then it's on the pattern paper, the pretty aqua pattern paper behind it. And I love the cluster of flowers and the little butterflies kind of over here, the smaller elements over here. I'm going to go a little bit differently, but I'm going to capture some of the things I like the best about it. The photo that I'm using is this one of Katie and Ava talking, and this kind of shows how empty the pool was, or that the pool was empty when we were there. I guess a week ago, a nice warm evening at Margaritaville in Florida. So I typed, when I printed the photo, I actually superimposed the journaling on top of it. And you can read it all except for the words "this quiet" on top of Ava's beanie. I can see it, but you probably can't. And I decided to use this, which is my last full 12 by 12 piece of paper in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. And I wanted to use this side. I had a couple versions of this paper, and I've used this side, but I can kind of do this on a background of my own. And I thought I'd really liked this kind of ledger paper look with the butterflies. This is from Field Notes, and it has those distinctive Field Notes butterflies. And I took a photo of, I guess this requires a little bit of a backstory. Few years back, in fact every summer when the kids were smaller, I used to hold what we called art camp. It was kind of to give them a reason to get up at a certain time in the morning and have breakfast earlier than the lying around all day while daddy works from home kind of summer. And so I bought canvases, and I had painting supplies, and we'd go out on our back porch and just make art, and there were lots of different things we did. We colored in stamped images and things like that. This particular piece came from a canvas. One of the grandkids asked for a very large canvas, and she had the idea that she was going some fabulous work of art. It was one of our then step-grandchildren. And so she used a couple different colors of purple acrylic paint and did dry brush technique across the canvas. Well, I took a photo of that this morning, and then I ran it through a filter that would, and then printed it across an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper so that it would really bring out the brush strokes, the dryness of the brush strokes, and the texture in the background. And so I printed it on 8.5 by 11. I didn't have enough left with the strip down here to cut. This is kind of the strip that I cut off. And I wanted to die cut some butterflies, stamp and die cut some butterflies. So I gutted the inside, and that gave me more butterflies that I could cut out. So these are the same pattern, and I went over them with a paintbrush and some gloss medium and varnish, which kind of helps curl the wings. So I've got those to add to the composition. I'm going to quickly matte the photo with a very thin strip of this. I don't want too much to show for a couple reasons. I want the texture and pattern and brush strokes to really show up in the butterflies, and I don't want it to compete with that. So I'm going to trim this very close to the photo and let it just provide a little bit of contrast. I'm going to save that for maybe future projects. And I want to mount this here on the ledger paper. And I'm going to let the ledger paper outline be that second layer of texture. I was going to use this rickrack, and I kind of like it, and I feel like the color works well, but I think it kind of, I want to go with a little bit more kind of toned down look, if you will, with the, I do want to prop it up on foam though. Just a little bit less busy look, because the butterflies are going to really kind of dominate things over on the right side. So let me line this up. I'm going to kind of put it, well, actually, before I do that, I want to add, because the ink that's on here is a different shade of blue, I want to add some of this, which is After Midnight by Delusions, and I want to be sure that I have it in the areas that are going to show. I'll kind of decorate those butterflies over there, and this is going to kind of be filled with butterflies here. So I also see that I need to cut the branding strip off of this. Okay. And now I'm ready to place this on here. I'm going to do it down closer to here. Let me make sure I really want to get that straight. Okay, and now it's just going to be a matter of attaching butterflies. And actually, I'm going to not use that. I'm going to use this. The gloss medium really makes the leaves curl, and it shines them up and really shows off that that pattern in the background there. Now, I discovered when I cut these out that these are kind of facing the wrong way. So I'm going to put one over here facing in, and maybe one down in here. Okay. And the rest, I think, will be the large butterflies facing different directions. And we'll see. Okay, don't want to do that. I might have this one really overlapping the photo here, because in the original I liked that the decoration, that the flowers and curtains there were overlapping the photo. I like it when you can do that. And I like this here. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to stamp the title right there. And I like this sentiment, escape the ordinary, and I want to put it right about there. It would have been, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it here, but I think I like it on the photo. And I just want to be sure that I have my foam pad down enough. Okay, let me ink this up. It would have been good to do this. I did this stamping in my MISTI, and I could have done this. Would it go there? It would not. So let's do it here and hope for the best. If it doesn't work out well, I might use a couple butterflies there. Okay. So the kind of doesn't show, and this top part of the frame doesn't show, but I thought I could use a couple of these really nice kind of dark purplish blue stars from Bramble Fox on the page, and this looks like a good spot for one. There we go. Okay, and let me pull another couple in that color. And kind of, I'll put one there. And I think I have a tiny one, maybe a different shade of blue, but I think it will work. Okay. I think I'll put it right in here in the midst of this that set of ink splatters. Okay, now I have another little stamp that I'd like to use, maybe right here. It says enjoy, and it's just perfect, and it's stamped perfectly. Okay, again, both of those stamps, Escape the Ordinary and Enjoy, came from the same set as the butterflies, the two butterflies, and this is the Field Notes stamp set. And I used the die cuts that came with it to cut out the butterflies. Okay, so now I have another few of these that I can sprinkle about. Do I want to do maybe this one? And I hate covering up that those splatters, but I can always add some more in spots that I feel look neglected when I'm done putting on butterflies. Do I want or need another one up in here? I think I'm good with just the 5 that are on there now. So I think I'm going to call it quits, except for maybe some I don't want to hit it too hard because I don't want to get it on the photo, but I do want some there. That's good. And here. Okay, so I'm done. I think that's going to do it for today's video. Tomorrow I'm going to combine my off the board post and video with my Scrap Squad Sunday series that I do, where I take the Friday Scrap Squad lift, and I'm also going to combine that with a recipe from Spoonful of Scraps, so I'll have a little bit more going on tomorrow. But this one was one that's kind of a special photo of our little mini vacation that we took because Barrett had a game in Kissimmee, very near Margaritaville, so we kind of took advantage of that. So I love this paper. I wouldn't have said that this purplish blue would necessarily go with what was already on there, that, you know, craft and the kind of pink and pale blue ink, but I love it. I love that Vicki Boutin did a lot of beautiful mixed media before I even got started, and then I found a use for that empty canvas that's kind of been there for about 4 years maybe. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a happy 4th if you're in the U.S. celebrating Independence Day, and be safe and enjoy what you can at home. Bye.